Everybody, it's your boy Ropes. So with this video, look, I know I'm beating on a dead dog here. I know you guys have heard me say this 1,000 times and you're probably tired of it. But us as boxing fans need to do something to change the structure of the way that they do things because it's clearly not working. All right. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about this whole Anthony Joshua shit with Wilder and how it's impossible now for that fight to be the same. Doesn't even matter if he wins the rematch against Ruiz. It's still not going to be the same because we've already seen that he's been knocked out and dominated. I wanted Wilder to be the first person to do that. And it didn't happen because we want to put it off for bigger paydays and do the negotiation game and the A side, B side shit. And then now we end up where we are now, where the fight is still interesting, but who knows what's going to happen. Because I think that it's never going to be as big as it was before Anthony Joshua went in there and got embarrassed. All right. And I'm thinking about the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence situation. Okay. I believe that Errol Spence will beat Shawn Porter. But after that fight, I expect to hear Errol Spence call out Terrence Crawford. Stop playing the A side, B side, other side of the street type stuff. I don't want to hear any of that shit anymore, man. I'm really sick of it. I want to hear these fighters calling each other out. I want them to say exactly who it is that they want to fight. Put 3 names out there. All this, I'm going to talk to my promoter and, we'll take a look at it. I'll talk it over with the family and all that. I don't want to hear it. Okay, it just sucks all the enjoyment out of the post-fight interview. I want one of these guys to say in their next fight that that's who they want to fight. They want to fight each other. Because what's going to end up happening is the same thing that we keep seeing over and over again. One of these guys is going to go out there and lose by mistake. And the fight is never going to be the same again, or we will never see it. Or see it when it's way too late. Can we please, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, can we please finally get a fight where both guys are in their prime and there ain't none of this bullshit waiting around for one person to get older? Or, can we please get that from you two? Because right now, those are the only 2 guys that can make that possible right now at this level. And while we're talking about that, why can't we see Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson or something like that right now? Why do we got to wait for that? Why do we got to wait for Ryan Garcia to fight one of these guys? Why can't we just move this shit along? Why is it always a waiting game? The one thing that the UFC did right, and they did make us wait for a few fights here and there, but for the most part, the best thing that they ever did was make these guys fight each other. No matter what. That's why they have so many losses. There's only those few special cases, those few special fighters like St. Pierre, Anderson Silva. There's only those few special fighters that were able to walk away with not very many losses. And that's because you're required to fight each other over there in that organization. Over here, everything's all split up and fucked up, man. Boxing is just so divisive. People can't come together. Promoters can't come together. Networks don't want to work together. And it's ridiculous, man. When is this shit going to end? We as fans need to try to get a change. We need to clamor for these fights early between these young fighters. Haney and Stevenson. Let's just get it over with. Let's do it now. You guys can meet again 3 years later for a rematch or something like that. But with the way that boxing is structured now, we won't see these guys fight for another 5 or 6 years, man. Watch what I tell you. And it's just getting old, and it really needs to change. We can have a golden era in boxing right now. In this day and age, if these guys just all fought each other. And I know a lot of the times, we say that the fighters are responsible too, which they are. But really, it's these fucking promoters, man. It's them too. I think those are the number 1 people who fuck everything up. Sometimes the fighters play games and shit like that. But for the most part, it's just a bunch of shit that happens in negotiations and A side, B side talks, and promoters are involved with all of this. Nobody wants to take an L. You know, everybody wants to walk away with the most and give as little as possible. And it's old, man. I'm just tired of the shit. Let's get these fights going. You guys leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. I'm out.